Thanks for tuning in today. So it's taken me about a week to kind of process what happened last week, and I thought I'd share it on today's episode. I went to the post office on Wednesday morning. I'll come off from the back of a really lovely walk around town with my friend Beth Ann Wynn, where I was wearing that weighted vest and had her book. I was like basically a walking human billboard for her book. It was just a beautiful day. We had a great coffee on the river. So it's really, really great. So I went to drop in and check my PO box, and I had two things in the mailbox. One was David Pullen's new book, The Art of the Ignorable Email. So thank you for sending me that, David. I look forward to reading it. And the second was an envelope, and on the front it had from the QRS, the Queensland Revenue Service. And I'm like, oh, what is this? So I open it up, and the first thing I see is $2,500. I was like, what on earth? It was a speeding fine. I got a speeding fine from last month for $2,500. That is not a typo. It's not a joke. That's what it was. And the speed I was doing, by the way, I'm not like, I don't speed and I don't condone speeding at all. This is what the whole podcast is actually about. I don't condone speeding, but I was going 81 kilometers in a 70 zone. They caught me and I was like, oh my goodness. So I was like, what do I do? Obviously felt like terrible. I mean, what you can buy with $2,500, that's a new iPhone. It's what I immediately thought. I just put it in terms of like the technology or the travel, like where I could go, or even like a Carla Zampetti dress is like what I was thinking. Anyway, then I was like, okay, right, what am I going to do? The only thing to do is like go home, just pay it off and just move on with your life. I hate when things like, obviously add weight and linger around. Luckily though, I was actually at the PO boxes at my local shopping centre. I was in there and just walking around after doing some grocery shopping and ran into Melissa, who we're really great friends now. She came along to the red carpet camp out, and I was like telling her about this, and she's like, Leanne, my clients have got those letters. All you have to do is assign it to yourself, because the speeding fine was for my car, which is actually in my company name. She's like, just assign it to yourself and the fine will dramatically drop. And just so grateful I ran into her. She's made me $2,000. I keep selling it to Mel. Mel, you made me $2,000. What I did, I got home, assigned it to myself, and I've paid $500, and now that's done. So $500 is still a lot, but not as bad as the $2,500. So very grateful for that. But I did say to her, I was like, hey, Mel, I think this is a sign from the universe to slow down. And it comes at a good time. I think it's a really good warning. Actually, I had to call my mum this week, and she's also telling me, which she always tells me to slow down. You can hear it, my voice, everything I do is at pace. It is actually really hard for me to slow down and to chill and to I know I need to do more meditation and breathing exercises, and I know it's the common excuse that everyone says, but I just, I get bored. And even stretching, I know stretching is really important, but I find it much easier just to go for a 30-minute run than just to do a 30-minute stretch. It's just a slow pace, and that's why I hate Pilates. I know everyone talks about how great Pilates is. I hate it. It's so slow, so sedentary. But I think this speeding fine was absolutely a sign from me to slow down. And it also is the number one bit of advice I'm getting around Nepal as well when it comes to altitude is slow down, go slow, because your body absolutely needs time to adjust. So I think there's, that fine, the fact that this month has been absolutely out of control, hectic in terms of getting stuff done beforehand. I've also got things to do when I get back that I'm trying to prep for at the moment as well, trying to be more proactive on that. And as a result, I've just been speeding through life and through work. So I think Nepal is coming at a good time, and I'm hoping I can take on that advice. And I think, honestly, I'll be forced to slow down, because what I hear is at altitude, your normal walking rate is like 90 to 100 beats per minute. At altitude, that goes up to like 120, 130 beats per minute when you're walking at the same pace because of the lack of oxygen that you have. So slowing down, deep breathing, all of that is like, I'm going to have to live that for 3 weeks. So I'm really curious if that will impact me post-Nepal, if I'll start adopting some of that. Early, my prediction is probably not. I'll probably just come back and be the same person. I hope that there's some insight here and I take some of this on. But then there's also a question around operating and using your strengths. And everyone's like, oh, use your strengths. And I do think my strength is speed. I know everyone out there will quote the Marines at me. They said the famous Marines quote is slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I do like that. But yeah, just thought I'd let you know that's what's gone on this week. Thank you, Mel, so much for your advice. And the second thing is maybe what sign is the universe trying to send you about how you're operating. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.